We'll begin with the G20 Summit in Japan, where South Korean President Moon Jae-in is holding a series of one-on-ones with global leaders.
He still has one major summit left on his schedule today, and that is with his Russian counterpart, Vladimir Putin. For more details, let's connect to our Shin Se-min, who joins us from Osaka. Se-min, what's on the agenda for the upcoming Moon-Putin talks? And could there be a last-minute summit between the leaders of South Korea and Japan?
Right, it's one of the most important meetings for President Moon during this G20 Summit period here in Japan, along with the Chinese President Xi Jinping summit that took place just yesterday. Now, in less than 4 hours' time, both leaders Moon and Putin will be back in the room again to discuss the latest developments happening on the Korean Peninsula in terms of the denuclearization process and how that is shaping up. For one, we could also expect that President Moon may receive a message of some sort from President Putin after the Russian president had held a summit meeting with North Korea's Kim Jong-un back in April in Vladivostok. Now, shortly after that meeting in Vladivostok, President Putin called for a multilateral talks on the denuclearization process of the Korean Peninsula. And South Korea's presidential office, however, stands firm that the most important discussions should be made between the actual parties, North Korea and the U.S., and that any progress on the nuclear talks comes from a meeting between Kim and Trump as well. Also, during the meeting tonight, President Moon may also call on Russia to help speed up the nuclear negotiations. And just to brush you up on Moscow's stance, the Russian president, most recently in an interview with Financial Times, had expressed that rather than just discussing denuclearization, the parties involved need to discuss how to ensure the unconditional security of North Korea. And as for the possibility of a summit between Moon and Japan's Japanese leader Shinzo Abe, a meeting still seems unlikely at this point. But given that Japan is the host nation of this year's G20, the last-minute adjustment may take place. And with President Moon having already said that he's always ready to hold summit with Japan's Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, we should also keep an eye on that latest development happening. That's all for me at this hour, but I'll be sure to keep an eye on more developments happening in the coming hours.